Hello, my name is Benjamin Brown. This is for uh, assignment number 5, module 5, um, for leadership theory 830. I'm going to discuss um, the topics which are contingency leadership theory, continuum theory, path goal leadership theory, and leadership substitutes theory. At the end of that, after discussing each one of those topics briefly and giving an overview, I will give um, the theory that I think will be best or most effective if implemented in the organization I'm currently working in. So let's get started. Um, contingency leadership theory, just a brief overview. I'll read from contingency theory is an organizational theory that claims that there is no best way to organize a corporation, to lead a company, or to make decisions. Instead, the optimal course of action is dependent upon the internal and external situation. A contingent leader effectively applies their own style of leadership to the right situation. Also, per the author of our course text, authors of our course text, for the situational favorableness, which is a part of the theory, is it refers to the degree to which a situation enables the leader to exert influence over followers. The more control the leader has over the followers, the more favorable the situation is for the leader. The three variables in order of importance are as follows: leader, or membership relations, task structure, and position of power. The next theory we have is continuum theory. Continuum theories or models explain variations as involving a gradual cognitive transition without abrupt changes or discontinuities. It can be contrasted with categorical models, which propose qualitatively different states. I'm sorry. And this theory was developed in the 1950s. I just want to skip down to the three forces or variables. Boss, the leader's personality and behavior, preferred style based on experience, expectation, values, and confidence in the subordinates. Also, subordinates. The follower's preferred style for the leader is based on personality behaviors with the leader. Generally, the more willing and able the followers are to participate, the more freedom or participation should be used, and vice versa. Situation time, the environmental considerations such as the organization size, structure, climate, goals, and technology are considered in selecting a leadership style. Also, let's skip over to path goal leadership theory. The path goal leadership model is used to select the leadership style, and we have directive, supportive, participative, and achievement oriented, appropriate to the situation, subordinate environment to maximize both performance and job satisfaction. I thought this was important to note that the authors noted this. To path goal leadership, that path goal leadership theory is based on motivation theories of goal setting and expectancy theory. The leader is responsible for increasing followers' motivation to attain personal and organizational goals. Motivation is increased by clarifying the follower's power to the rewards that are available, or two, increasing the rewards that follows values and desires. Path clarification means that the leader works with followers to help them identify and learn the behaviors that will lead to successful task accomplishment and organizational rewards. And lastly, we have leadership substitute theory, which I put a brief explanation here. Substitutes for leadership theory is a leadership theory first developed by Stephen Kerr and John M. Zimmer in 1978. Theory states that different situational factors can enhance, neutralize, or substitute for leadership behaviors. So that's the bulk of the overview for each one of those. In my summation, all of these encompass not only effective leadership that I think can be used within the organization I'm working in, but some of them we're currently using. But the most, I think the most effective leadership theory would be path goal leadership. The path goal leadership theory, one, because it uses what the followers already have. Going back to previous chapters in our text, and also some of the topics we covered concerning motivation, how you also with Maslow's hierarchy of needs, people tend to work harder or are more motivated when it's directly related to something they want or the needs that they have. A part of that is survival. So I think that theory would be the best and most effective in our organization. One, because as stated in the overview, it has directive support, meaning you can give direct support in areas that employees have weaknesses, or areas you think that they can improve. Supportive whenever, also understanding the needs, the background of those employees, letting them do a lot of the tasks, and being supportive in that. Participative, letting employees take full control of certain tasks, and then implementing or interjecting when needed. And lastly, achievement oriented, which is always good for some, but not all, because some employees or some followers are not motivated by achievement. Some motivated by money, as we discussed in previous chapters. So I think the path goal leadership theory would be the most effective. And I want to read again: the leader is responsible for increasing followers' motivation to attain personal and organizational goals. So I think this theory best encompasses real life in that context. As I said before, we can take from all four of those theories, but because it addresses the personal and the organizational goals, so I am building the followers personally, and then they can bring all of those traits and attributes to the organization. Motivation is increased by clarifying the follower's path to rewards that are available. And that's number one. Number two, increasing the rewards that the follower values and desires. So we're not only are we, I think that's a more holistic path to organizational success and personal success. So that's what I take away from it. Each one of these theories, though, I think has good points conceptually, but the path goal leadership, I think, is the most well-rounded. Once again, this is Benjamin Brown, Leadership Theory 830. And that is the end of my presentation.